Namaha. Maya Sadgurave Namaha. Eighth mantra. Saparyagat Shukram Akayamabranam Asnaviram Shuddhamapapavidham Kavir Manishi Paribhu Swayambhu Yatha Tathyatah Arthan Vyadadhat Shashvatibhyas Samabhyah. We have elaborately discussed about the mantra that this Atma is all-pervading, like space. Shukram, Deeptiman, self-effulgent. Chaitanya Swarupa, ever pure consciousness. Akayam, free from body. Three bodies, gross body, subtle body, and causal body. We saw that. And Shuddham is Nirmalam, no mala, total pure. And that is the Pratishedhak, antidote for causal body. Avranam is antidote for gross body, and Akayam is the antidote for subtle body. And we saw the meaning of Manishi, great thinker, but here, ruler of the mind. Here, Manishi means ruler of the mind. And this sloka was much more simplified and expressed in Srimad Bhagavad Gita in 15th chapter, the first sloka, Urdhva Mulam Adhasaham Ashwatham Rahuravya. Okay, so these things we have seen, and Swayambhu, Swayam Bhavati, Satasiddha, that we have seen. And free from karma phala, that we have seen in fourth sloka also, that how Atma is, out of the strength of Atma, we feel that we are too much strengthened. Okay, so Paribhuhu Swayambhuhu Shabda, the Vachyartha, the direct meaning is Ishvara, Lord. But Lakshyartha is Chaitanya. Today we will see the original Shankara Bhashya of this mantra. Yaha Ayam. See, yesterday we discussed a lot. Now you feel, just try to feel that everything you can understand. Though it is in Sanskrit, very small Bhashya. Yaha Ayam Atitaihi Mantraihi Uktaha Atma. Means, meaning I will come later. Saha Svena Rupena Kim Lakshana iti aha Ayam Mantraha Saparyagat. Saha Yatha Uktaha Atma Paryagat means Parisamantat agat gativan akashavat vyapi iti artha. So saha, he, the aforesaid self, paryagat is all pervasive like space. This word has derived from pari, on all sides, and agat, went. So he is shukram, pure, bright, that is resplendent. Akayam is bodiless, that means without a subtle body. So what Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji has wrote, see, yes, why I am line by line translating, you can learn how to read Sanskrit Bhashya also. Shukram, Shubhram, Jyotishmat, Deeptiman iti artha. Akayam means ashariram. Then Bhagavan Shankaracharya is writing Linga Sharira Varjita iti artha. Abranam means akshatam. Clear? And yesterday we discussed asnaviram. So what Bhagavan Shankaracharya is written? The exactly same. Snavaha means Sira Yasmin na vidyante iti asnaviram. Avranam asnaviram iti etabhyam sthula sharira pratishedha. Clear? So, what a wonderful, and just see how simple it is. So, avranam, without wound, sketchless. Asnaviram, without sinews or veins, muscles. One in whom there is no muscles, no veins. Okay. By the two expressions, without wound and without muscles, the gross body is negated. Then he told Shuddham. In Shankara Bhashya, it is told Shuddham Nirmalam Avidya Mala Rahitam iti Karana Sharira Pratishedha. So, what is the English? That Shuddham, taintless, devoid of the dirt of ignorance, thereby is negated a causal body. Now, apapa vidham. Apapa vidham means dharma, adharma, adi, papa, varjitam. Clear? Untouched by sin in the form of merit and demerit, etc. So the idea is that the self transcends morality, though a man of knowledge never acts immorally. His past training being a sufficient guarantee against this. Clear? Now, Shukram iti adini vachamsi punglingatvena parineyami. Clear? So here the expression beginning with Shukram are to be converted into masculine because the introduction is made with Saha, Paryagat, and the conclusion with Kavihi, Manishi in the masculine form. Okay, what Bhagavan Shankaracharya is writing, that Saha Paryagat iti upakramya Kavir Manishi ityadina Punglingatvena upasamharat. Then he is telling what is the meaning of Kavihi. Kavihi Krantadarshi Sarvadrik. Clear? So Kranta means past. So Kavihi means omniscient, means the seer of the Kranta or past. Clear? By the implication past, present, and future. You have to understand that. So that means seer of all. As the Vedic text says, there is no other seer but this. In Upanishad, we get Manishi means the ruler of the mind. It means the omniscient God. Clear? What Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji has written? Kavihi Krantadarshi Sarvadri. And he gave the Upanishad reference 3.7.23. Nanyaha ataha asti drashta ityadi srutehe manishi manasa ishita sarvagnya ishvara iti arthaha. Clear? Now he is starting paribhuhu. Paribhuhu sarvesham pari. How simplifying he is. See, paribhuhu means sarvesham pari. Then also he is writing upari bhavati iti paribhuhu. Means sarvesham upari bhavati iti paribhuhu. Clear? What is the English? That paribhuhu is one who exists above all transcend. Then he is telling about Swayambhuhu. So Swayambhuhu, Swayam eva bhavati iti. Yesham upari bhavati, yaha cha upari bhavati. Saha sarvaha swayam eva bhavati iti swayambhuhu. Clear? What is the meaning? Swayambhuhu means he who exists by himself. He, the all, becomes, means bhavati, by himself, swayam. All that he transcends. And he is also the transcendental one. In this sense, he is Swayambhuhu, self-existent. He, the ever-free, all-powerful Lord, because of his omniscience, then Vyadadhat, I'm coming. So, what Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji is writing, Saha Nitya Muktaha Ishvaraha Yatha Tathyataha means Sarvagnyatvat Yatha Tatha Bhavaha Yatha Tatham Tasmat Yatha Bhuta Karma Phala Sadhanataha Arthan Kartabhya Padarthan Vyadadhat means Bihitavan. Yatha Anurupam Vyabhajat iti arthaha. So, what is the meaning? He, the ever-free, all-powerful Lord, because of his omniscience, Vyadadhat, has allotted, that means distributed in the proper way according to the individual competence. Karturagyaya prapyate phala. How the karma phala is in Bhagavatam, there is very nice example that if there are 1,000 cows and 1,000 cow calves. So cow calves as if they are karma phala, result of karma. If you mix them, the cow calf will find its own mother among all those cows. That is our karma phala, result of karma. We think that so many millions of billions of trillions of people and animals are committing or doing so many activities. So every action has their own result. So how it will be mixed up? Maybe my neighbor's karma phala is coming to me. Otherwise, I am so worse feeling right now. No. Your own karma phala will find you exactly like a cow calf finds its own mother among all the cows. Clear? So here, according to the competence, then arthan, the duties, yatha tathyataha, duly as it should be in consonance with actual result and endeavor. Then Shashvatibhya. Bhagavan Shankaracharya is writing Shashvatibhyas, Shasyatibhya means Nityabhya. Clear? Shashvata means Nitya. Then Samabhya means Samvatsar Akhebhya Prajapatibhya iti arthaha. Yesterday we discussed. So, what is the meaning? Shashvatibhya Samabhya means to the eternal years. Or to the Prajapatis or creators called the years. Here, the first purport of the Vedas means devotedness to knowledge after renouncing all desires has been stated by the opening verse. All this should be covered by the Lord. Do not covet anybody's wealth. Ishavasyam idagum sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. Clear? And where this devotedness to knowledge is impossible for the man of ignorance, continuance in the path of duty, which is the second purport of the Veda. Kurvanneveha karmani jijivishet shatagum sama. Clear? So, that has been stated in the second mantra. What? By doing karmas, indeed should one wish to live. This division of paths of life, as shown in these verses, has also been indicated in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Thus, from the text, what it is there? He desired, let me have a wife, etc. Brihadaranyaka 1.4.17. It can be clearly understood that works are meant for a man who is ignorant and hankers after results. And from the sentence, the mind in his soul and speech his wife. The mind is his soul and speech is wife. Where we get Brihadaranya 1.4.17. It can be clearly understood that ignorance and desires are the characteristics of a man devoted to work. So, the result of this work is the creation of 7 kinds of fruits. What are that 7 kinds of fruit? According to Brihadaranyaka Upanishad 1.5 portion and then mantra 1 to 3. The common human food Huta and Prahuta, or Drishya and Purnamasa, which are food for gods, and mind, speech, and vital forces, which are foods for the soul, and milk, which is food for animals. Clear? First one is the common human food, that is Huta and Prahuta, or Drishya and Purnamasa, which are the food for gods, that is mind, speech, and vital forces, which are the food for the soul, and milk, which is the food for animals. Clear? Now, I just want to tell you another thing, that clear. Yes. So, the result of his work is the creation of 7 kinds of fruits, just we discussed, and continuance in a state of identification with them under the idea that they are the self. Clear? In Panchadashi, we will see that in the ignorance level, how we act, who are too much snarled with households and everything, too much attached. For that couple, that their son is their Atma, soul, who is too much attached with the gadget. For him, gadget is the Atma. You will see in the newspaper that because of the gadget, if anyone loses, how he or she acts, reacts, as if that is the Atma, as if the whole world will be destroyed if the gadgets are not okay for the time being. Yes, it's true. You can judge yourself by your activities. Just lose your gadget for half an hour and see what is your condition. Or TV or anything else. We're too much attached with that. So, and by the text, what shall we achieve through children, we to whom the self which we have attained is the goal, etc. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad 4.4.22, it is there. It has been shown that for those who have realized the self by renouncing the threefold desires, Putraishana, Vityaishana, and Lokaishana. Desire for son, desire for wealth, and desire for heavens or popularity. People will respect me. People will listen to me. Always, I will say whatever I will say, people will listen to me. There can only be continuance in the self itself as opposed to the continuance in the path of karma. After the condemnation of the ignorant man by the verse, the worlds of the devils, etc., the true nature of the self has been revealed by the verse ending with he is all pervasive, means 8th mantra, and 3rd mantra, the worlds of the devils, etc. So to those men of renunciation who are steadfast in knowledge, so as to show that they alone are qualified for this, and not those who have desires. So also in the Svetasvatara Upanishad 6.21 mantra number, this has been separately spoken of thus: to those men of complete renunciation who had gone beyond all the 4 stages of life, means the student, the householder, the man who has repaired to the forest, and the formal anchorite, as distinguished from the man who renounces either after or for the sake of God realization. Clear? So, he spoke this holiest of things, which is fully adored by the seers as a class. But the present verse, those who worship avidya enter into blinding darkness. That means for those men of activity who have desires and want to live only by doing karma. Now there was an objection. How is it again known thus that it is not meant for all? The answer is, none but a fool will wish to combine with any work or with any other knowledge, that is meditation, that knowledge of the oneness of the self that has been imparted to the passionless man after the eradication of the distinction of all ends and means by the text, when to the man of realization all beings become the very self, then what delusion and what sorrow can there be for that seer of oneness? Tatra kaha mohaha kaha shokaha. In seventh mantra we discussed. But the condemnation of the ignorant, etc., is done here with a view achieving a combination of vidya, that means worship or meditation, and karma. And as to that, not the knowledge of the Supreme Self, but the thing, means the divine possession, that means the meditation on the gods, that can possibly be combined with the other factor, means karma. Now, it has been spoken of here logically and scripturally as the associate of karma, since for this vidya, meditation or worship, a result different from the knowledge of Brahman has been declared in this way. Through vidya is attained the world of the gods. Brihadaranya Upanishad 1.5.16. The denunciation of the separate pursuit of either of these two, vidya and karma. Vidya means Brahmajnanam, self-knowledge, and karma means activities, meditation, prayer, etc., is not merely for the sake of denunciation, but for the sake of bringing them together for a distinct result is declared for the each by the Vedic texts. They ascend to this through vidya. The world of gods is attained through vidya. Brihadaranya Upanishad 1.5.16. The people following the southern path do not reach there, means Dakshinayan. The world of the men's through rites. Brihadaranya Upanishad 1.5.16. And this is so because nothing enjoined by the scriptures can be unworthy of performance. Clear? I gave the stress and too much elaboration in this mantra because this is the last mantra of the knowledge. The next mantra will be ending very soon. I will start and end. I will start and end. Because this is, those mantras are on karma. This is not our objectives. So that is why I am paying too much time till 8th mantra. Because these mantras actual our goals. Okay. Hari Om Tat Sat.